folks, me again. Different location. Recording these James Herbert reviews in rapid succession. Owing to the fact that I just feel really. I don't know how to describe it. I'm really run down. I have a spitting headache. I feel really sick. I haven't slept very well. I've got immense stomach aches. Just altogether rotten, which is particularly disappointing because tomorrow's my birthday, and yeah, just a bit gutted because the last few Christmases I've generally been ill or feeling bad or in pain, either having a migraine or tonsillitis or pulling my back muscle or something over Christmas. And now for birthdays, I'm starting to feel sick as well. So it's really getting me down a bit. But I want to try and get through these. I'm not doing this as simply. I just want to get through these James Herbert reviews, and we're at number 4 in this ranking. And kind of quite fitting really that we're at number 4 because at number 4 was a book written same year I was born, 1979, believe it or not, when dinosaurs roamed the earth. It's his 1979 novel Lair, which turns up at my number 4 placement. His second of his Rats books, and actually my favourite of his Rats books. This one takes place several years after the original and moves everything from the city of the original book to the countryside. So we have different character, we have a different location, and it's it's a slightly longer book. It's not a big book by any means. It's only about 200 and something pages, but it's about double the length of the original Rats. Significantly better written, and has just as much brooding tension. Boils down. Not boils it, slows down the sort of intensity in the action a little bit. The action set pieces are still horrific and visceral, but throws a bit more suspense and building, especially when it comes down to where these rats actually are. They're in a place that you wouldn't expect, and they're breeding, and we actually get to meet one of the sort of two-headed albino leaders and things in this. It's got a great style of writing. Herbert really had over the 5 years since the original Rats sort of elevated his writing style a lot more here. More wording, better wording, and the story. I don't know. I really like Lair because I think a bit like when I talked about the Richard Lehman books again, with his Beast House series, which he wrote 3 and then a coda Friday Night, and James Herbert wrote the Rats, Lair and Domain, and then did The City, which was a graphic novel. They're both authors are well known for their beastie, rodent-like books. They both wrote trilogies, and it's the second one in those trilogies that I like the best, which is, like I say, strange parallels here. I mean, obviously, Lair has nothing in common with the Beast House at all. It's a completely different style of horror, but I like this because, and I bring up the Beast House because of the fact that this works. If you've read Rats, this works really well. You get a backstory that isn't explicitly stated. But if you haven't read Rats, you can still read this on its own as a standalone novel without struggling. Whereas I don't think you could read The Midnight Tour by Richard Lehman without reading the previous books, because a lot of it wouldn't make sense. And I don't think you can go straight into Domain without reading these 2 books, because you just lose so much. Whereas this can be read as a standalone novel. And there's something about writing a sequel that can be read as a standalone that I really admire and appreciate the fact that it's catered towards existing readers and doesn't sort of alienate newcomers to its style. So there isn't really a lot I can say about Lair for fear of spoilers. It's a book set in the countryside about killer rats that return. And whereas the first one dealt a lot with the sort of the toxic environment and the growing divide between rich and poor and the slums and just mid-70s life in England, which was pretty grim. This one deals just a lot more with being a creature feature. It doesn't have as much to say in terms of politics or in terms of social satire, I think, but it does have a lot to say in terms of action and just painting a vivid place with words. I think that the countryside here is well written and picturesque, and having a nice tranquil environment that's got this deep-seated evil running through it that just makes it work really, really well. I struggle at times to convey in words how I feel about certain things. There's an emotional connection, a tangible connection I have to this book that I can't really convey. I say again with words. I just really, really like Lair. I think it is a great, great book. It's my favourite of the Rats books. Doesn't have to be your favourite, of course, but it's just my favourite. It's my list, my choice. I think all the Rats books are great, but this is my favourite one. And that's basically why I put it at number 4. I mean, I had to have a Rats book in the top 5. The fact that all 3 of them were in the top 10 says something. Because these are the books that Herbert's known most for. But this is just, I think it's just a really great book. What else is there to say? So that's at number 4, Lair.